Hello, my name's Amelia Martens, and I'm an assistant professor of FYE and the co-chair of the One Book Planning Committee, which creates events and activities in support of the WKCTC One Book Read. For the 2021-2022 year, our One Book Read is Tales of Two Americas, Stories of Inequality in a Divided Nation. Today, our staged reading features excerpts from the essay, Some Houses, Various Stages of Dissolve, by Claire V. Watkins, which is included in our One Book Read. We appreciate you being with us, and we appreciate our student readers, who are each representing a house or houses featured in this essay. Our readers today are WKCTC students, Katy Taylor, Joshua Wall, Jessica Workman, Aoibh Bullard, and Isaiah Warfield. As you listen today, consider what you learn about the author through these houses and what she might have meant by various stages of dissolve. Think too about the places you have lived and the people you have been. As Watkins states near the end of this essay, through all of these memories, which were once moments, they were real and felt, even if forgotten. Please welcome our readers.
The Trailer School. A single wide, grades K through 6th in one room, 7 through 12 in the other. In between, 2 rooms and a drinking fountain. The only girl in my grade, but is that true? There were only 4 of us. Me, 2 white boys, and a Shoshone. Something happened to one of the white boys when he was a baby, and it made him slow, and his front top teeth 4 silver ingots, and made his voice hoarse. I had a bad singing voice too. For that reason, he and I were always put in a closet when the class sang. There, a seam of light allowed us to hear the music, and for me to stare privately at his teeth. I wanted them.
Shoshone, in the back office at our mother's rock shop and museum, making banners and dot matrix printer paper, making bird's nest crowns with the shred bin, coloring with highlighters, picking pomegranates from the tree outside, walking back into the wash, alkali soil crunch, a river that was sometimes there and sometimes not. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. Parents scolding their kids, and our mother nicer to them than she often was to us, gave them TV rocker pyrite, which she never called fool's gold. It seemed we were alone forever, the 3 of us. Then suddenly, we were not. You and I not allowed in her bed anymore, not allowed to drink the Mountain Dew, not ours in the fridge, a hulking igloo lunchbox on top.
Arbor. Now I live in a movie about a college written by a high schooler. There are actual letter jackets, actual cheerleaders, actual frats. There is an actual quad flung with frisbees and an actual grove strung with hammocks. In the fall, the leaves are blown into actual piles, though I never jump in. All the things we grew up in, thinking were real only on TV, or real in the Midwest. Rain pouring down windows and making the house a submarine. Leaves turning gold, maroon, purple. Raccoons, mailmen strolling the sidewalk with satchels. Snow enough for igloos. When you come to visit, you point and say, "Look, a squirrel."
Navajo house. Some rules. We could not call someone stupid. We could not say shut up. We could not answer the phone during dinner, and never if the caller ID said unknown. If a person came to the door, we were to sick the dogs on them.
Barney Road. In her trailer when they found her, dozens of charming eyeglasses from Walmart, the anti-theft sensor still on. A pack of 6 mail-order self-help cassettes called Depression and You. Tape number 2 missing, found later in the boombox in the bathroom. Books I had read in college and passed along, thinking they would heal her. House on Mango Street, Love Medicine. Every episode of Star Trek, The Next Generation on VHS. Every episode of The X-Files, a coin stamped Paul Loves Martha, Disneyland, 1989. An answering machine with neither of our voices on it.
Lola Lane, where we had, for a time, 2 pet donkeys. Mine was called Buckwheat and yours was called Spark. We kept them in the dog run and fed them sheafs of alfalfa from the farm at the end of the road. We got them one day as we were driving through the desert, and we passed a house that Mom knew to be foreclosed, which she mentioned on the way by. Behind the house there was a pen, in it 2 donkeys. One iconic brown with a black cross of Bethlehem on its back, bristle mohawk mane. The other one completely white, an albino. I didn't even know the word foreclosed. Didn't notice their ribs or the empty trowel knocked over in their pen. But you started howling. It wouldn't stop until we brought them home. When we did, we took the brown one, Buckwheat, out for a ride. The white one, not yet named, was skittish and mistrustful, would not tolerate mounting. We took Buckwheat out into the desert and back again, a strange noise echoing over the hills. When we returned, the noise had a source. The white donkey calling for her sister. When she saw Buckwheat, Spark leapt over the fence. Atrophy and fear did not allow her grace. Her hooves flinted on the iron, and so she had her name. Everything of our childhood seemed an allegory, but it was also real. Real hooves and real Spark.
Barney Road. One way to say all this is, our mother was an addict and she overdosed. Another way is, our mother was suicidal and she killed herself. Another way is, our mother was poor and ignored and dismissed for years by doctors who put her on legal and extremely profitable heroin, which eventually killed her. Another way is, our mother needed help and no one, including us, gave it to her.
And yet, you and I have loved each other and her, and been loved by each other, and by her in all these houses, through all these memories which were once moments, real and felt even forgotten. We have loved and been loved despite the fissures and losses, violence, cruelty, smallness, timing, deficits in money and attention, despite the betrayals and indifferences, the distance and weather, despite developing different definitions of certain words, death, expensive, cold. Why, I wonder, or how? Because the little one was kind, pliant with forgiveness. Because you absorbed my failings and defects, made them your grace. There was not enough to go around. Such a handy phrase to describe such mean circumstances. Here was another. I was born at a good time.
Thank you. That concludes our presentation today with our readings. Again, let's applaud for our readers here, and you guys can applaud for each other too. Thank you. Thanks for everybody who did come. My name is Jason Donner, and I put this together with Amelia. And I want to tell you a few other things while I have you on Facebook Live there. There's a writing contest that includes poetry, fiction, nonfiction, and you've got an email or announcement about that, but that's due November 16th if you want to enter. And there's a community writing workshop this Saturday at 1 p.m. at the Paducah School of Art. And finally, there's a food panel, Crown's 101-11 on November 18th. So again, thank you for all of our readers here, our performers, and for everybody checking out online and showing up. That's it. Thank you very much.